Do you like mediocre, overproduced YouTube videos featuring news and a white guy who thinks they're funny? Well, boy howdy, you've come to the right place. This is Tech Power, the show where we talk about the latest and greatest in the digital world we live in. Let's look into some of the big stories this week. In what is being called the darkest day of business in the UK, at least by Microsoft, the giant corporation's attempt at buying the game development company, Activision Blizzard, for a prodigious amount of $68.7 billion has been officially blocked by the UK's Competition and Markets Authority over concerns that the acquisition would inhibit competition in the small but rapidly growing gaming market. Blizzard is known for its popular titles such as World of Warcraft, Overwatch, and Candy Crush. Did the last one come as a shocker to you? Me too. The acquisition has currently been approved in 6 other countries, including South Africa and Japan, and the recent talks with the UK have been considered fruitful after Microsoft has expressed that Call of Duty would not be in their sights. Get it? Back on our side of the shores, the US Federal Trade Commission has also stated its worries, and that it will attempt to block the deal legally. Hold on to your Sheikah slates, everybody. We're officially 1 week out from the Zelda title, Tears of the Kingdom. But some reports have already spotted the collector's edition out in the wild. I personally have avoided all articles and theory videos because I want absolutely no expectations and spoilers going into the opening day. I, apparently, am not the only one. Fans are finding themselves surprised and mortified as some leaks are now circulating as we're all just trying to dodge spoilers like we're on Eventide Island fighting an Octorok by sea without a shield. Or pants. Why did they take our pants away for that one? If you find yourself jonesing for spoiler-free Zelda content before then, like myself, be sure to check out my Zelda OLED Switch unboxing video I released earlier this week. It's sure to be just as low budget as this video. Psst. Have you heard about the latest Playground gossip? YouTube is totes mad at Canada after they were caught looking at Bill C-11. After 2 years of review, the Canadian government passed a new law which gives the Canadian Radio, Television and Telecommunications Commission broad authority to regulate online platforms such as YouTube and TikTok, much like they already do with radio and television mediums. The Canadian government states that this bill is in an effort to help Canadian content creators start and get the same amount of recognition as other creators do. The bill, however, is not going over with actual Canadians. YouTube themselves launched a massive campaign in Toronto in opposition, and major content creators have also spoken out at length about how C-11, while presenting itself as this power to the people bill, is really just another form of control for bureaucrats to use. It's crazy to me since I feel like more than half the creators that I know and follow on this are from Canada, but maybe things are different from across the pond. If this bill does allow Canadian content creators to have better equity when it gets into the game, then I'm all for it. But just like I mentioned with NPR last week, news and content not being run or controlled by the government is a powerful thing that we should never lose. The new Star Wars game from EA, titled Jedi Survivor, was released last Friday, and oh boy does it look pretty on everything besides PC. EA has stated that the issue is coming from gamers who are still running Windows 10 operating systems, but videos have released showing that the game actually runs better on Windows 10 than it does 11. Digital Foundry went so far as calling Jedi Survivor the worst AAA PC port of 2023 so far. Jedi Survivor was pushed forward quite a bit during production, so it should come as no surprise that it comes with its fair share of bugs. Thankfully, though, EA is in the process of patching the software, so hopefully soon the problems will be gone, lest we find out it was all a trap. The godfather of AI, Geoffrey Hinton, reportedly quit Google after the release of Bard and is decided to blow the whistle on the same technology he and his team helped develop back in 1986. Geoffrey states that if AI gets any smarter than us, they'll be able to master the art of manipulation after having sampled years of historical data from humans who have been historically manipulative. I mean, he does make a good point. Wait, is he just trying to manipulate me? Do I like this? He's definitely not the only one raised this concern, though. Along with the tech and industry leaders signing the open letter to pause OpenAI back in March, Microsoft and Google have been called to a meeting at the White House to speak with Vice President Kamala Harris and other top officials about worries and future plans. That way they can ensure safe access and use of their AI platforms moving forward. Even more leaks have shown this week that Intel will indeed be dropping the I moniker from the upcoming 14th generation Meteor Lake chips. The leak comes from the AOTS benchmark, showing the new chip's name as Ultra. Intel Global Comms Director Bernard Fernandez confirmed the rebrand via Twitter, stating, "We are making brand changes as we are at an inflection point in our client roadmap in preparation for the upcoming launch of our Meteor Lake processors." It makes sense that the company would change things up following their largest quarterly loss in the company's history. Time will tell whether this big of a change so soon after the loss will be a good thing or just an ultra bummer. Finally, it turns out all of those Chromebooks bought for distance learning during the pandemic are contributing to massive amounts of e-waste. While they may have been super popular from the start, the inexpensive laptop alternative usually had to be highly customized in order to be used in classroom settings, even though software support has a decent life expectancy. The hardware is where the majority of these repair costs are too much to stomach for local school systems, with the average cost of repair coming in just around $80 for a device that costs $200 brand new. School districts are opting to buy new ones or just buy the regular laptops they probably should have been using from the beginning. I'm kidding. I went to public school, so I can totally understand the district only getting the amount of money it desperately needs to afford already outdated technology, just for it to break a year later. I once uploaded the entire Yellow Card discography to my school's Mac and completely crashed the school server. That's it for this edition of Tech Power. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all next week.